Hi and welcome. Today what I want to do is give you some ideas to impress your loved ones immediately. If you ever pick up the guitar and there's a friend around and they say, oh, play me a song or play me something, and you're kind of like your mind goes blank, you need some go-to ideas, some fallback ideas, some fun ideas, okay? Just something that sounds impressive and that's quite easy to play, and something that when you feel under pressure you're not going to mess up, because believe me, when there's somebody's watching and we're playing, the pressure level goes up, our heart rate goes up, and we're like boom, 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 and we're like, tension creeps in, okay? So what we want to do is just relax and play something fun and simple. And there's a few ideas I'm going to give you today. We're going to range it from the blues to a bit of finger picking to a bit of folky stuff as well. And it's really, really cool, okay? First thing I'm going to do is this, where we just take a fragment of a G chord, 2-finger G, and we're going to do this sort of thing. Okay, it's very simple, it's very beginner based, but you can spice that up as well. Reason why I'm using a 2-finger G chord is just because it's easier. You can use a 3-finger or a 4-finger, but all we need is the notes on the 3rd fret of the low E and 3rd fret of the high E. Okay? Because we're not plucking the A string, so we don't need to fret it. So we could just play 2-finger G. You can use any 2 fingers you like. And what we're going to do is just pick out the notes. Start with the bass note. What I'm doing, I'm plucking the bass note twice, then the high E, then the B, then the G, then the B. Okay, and then you're just moving that up. You can move it to fret 7, fret 8, and then fret 10, fret 12 even. Go up to 14 if you like. Then to 15. You can strum the strings if you want as well. Okay, that's just a nice fun little example. There's loads you can do with that, okay? You can even spice it up later on. Really simple. I like to just throw that in. You might like it, you might not like it. It doesn't really matter, but just have a bit of fun with it, okay? I like that. It's a bit of ambience, a bit of melody. Next thing you can do is play about with the blues shuffle. So simple. And you know, the easiest way to get started with the blues shuffle is open low E, okay? Then 2-4-2 on the A. So 0 on the low E, 2-4-2 on the A. And then you just put it together and play it on repeat. Okay, you can speed it up. Okay, and you can switch it to the next chord in the sequence, which is where we just drop everything down the string. Open A, 2-4-2 on the D. And then open A, 2-4-2 on the D. And repeat. So that's the first chord. And later on you can use that as a basis for other stuff where you can have even more fun. That sort of thing, but just get started with the blues. It's nice and simple. Okay, another thing you can do is just take an E chord and just move it up. And it sounds bad there, okay? But it will sound bad in various spots. But I want you to experiment with a strum pattern that you know, any strum pattern, and move that E chord. Okay, it sounds really cool when you move it to fret 6 and 7, and frets 8 and 9. Try out random frets. Some will sound better than others. I like the sound of that. Well, that was fret 3 and 2 to fret, you know, the original place for the E. So you can take any strum pattern you like and do that. Okay, that's fun. Another thing you can do is play about with something called dyads. Okay, I love these. So this sort of thing. Okay, so what am I doing there? Okay, I can do another lesson on this in the future, but basically I'm playing 2 string chords. I'm basically playing the root note and the third note, which is what gives each chord its tonality, the most important 2 notes in any chord. We're doing a sequence of G, E minor, C, D, using these dyads, okay? And it's fret 10 on the A string, fret 12 on the B string, okay? Then that's the G, then we're doing the E minor, where the minor shape changes, same strings, fret 7 on the A string, fret 8 on the B. Okay, and then we go back to that same major shape we did for the G, which is this shape, and that's fret 3 of the A string, 5 of the B. Okay, and we move that up 2 frets to create the D. Okay, so we got the G, fret 10 and 12, E minor, fret 7 and 8, C, fret 3 and 5, D, fret 5 and 7. Okay, and then you can do a pattern plucking those strings. Any pattern you like, where you're just alternating between the 2 strings. You can even just run through the strings by plucking them like. It's a bit of a soulful edge, but obviously if you want to spice it up with different patterns, and you can even use open strings with them as well, loads you can do. But I just wanted to give you some ideas just to impress yourself, hopefully impress loved ones, you know what I mean? We've got some blues, we've got some finger picking, we've got some beautiful dyads which are very, very sweet. Just make sure your guitar's in tune, each note is clear. Some things here might seem easy, but nothing is easy on the guitar until you can already do it, and that's something I tell everybody. If you're learning something, it's not easy. Even for players who've played for a long time, when you first learn something, you know, when they first learn something, it's not easy. It might take them 10 seconds to learn it, but for those 10 seconds, they've got to really concentrate. Then they can play, you know, and that's just their experience coming through, which means it might only take them 10 seconds. But most of the time, it takes 10 minutes, or, you know, for some beginners, it might take 10 weeks to learn something. You know, some of these ideas here might take you a while to learn, and that's okay, because you've got to be patient and enjoy the journey. You know, I've given you multiple ideas there for you to enjoy the journey, hopefully impress yourself, like I say. And if you ever want to just go into a guitar shop, just play something you're not sure, you could try out these ideas, because they just sound cool. They're very different and distinct as well. You know, there's so many things you can do on the guitar. Sometimes we just need to have a bit of fun, not necessarily keep learning new songs all the time, but just have fun, be creative. As I tell all my students, most of my students, by the way, are learning a little bit later on in life, and you know, improving their brain health is very important, but being creative on the guitar, you know, is one of the best ways to improve your brain health. It's so powerful. It's really, really, you know, great for the brain, playing this instrument, you know. Sometimes it can fry your brain with all this information, but you just take it steady, enjoy the journey, dabble in creativity, and have some fun. Right, if you enjoyed that, go to fingerstyle101.com/free. Plenty more from me there. You get my ebook, The Guitar Doctor, that's going to help improve your technique. If you have sore fingers when you play, you definitely want it. If you struggle with stuff like dexterity issues or arthritis, you definitely want to get that book. That's The Guitar Doctor. Then there's the Super Mini Songbook, which has got some really cool songs, and it teaches you songs in different styles to the way that you might have already learned them, you know, quite unique. So you can have fun with that. But there's a really cool blues workout as well, you'll enjoy. More stuff. So that's fingerstyle101.com/free. If you enjoyed this lesson, you want a really cool acoustic workout, check this out here. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you leave a comment below. I'd love to know what you think, and you know, keep enjoying your playing. That's what it's all about. Right, cheers, bye.